Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic and Knights of the Fallen Empire. And once again, we are back with XAINASH. Now, of course, last time we made a decision to allow the Mandalorians, or technically, to firebomb them ourselves. Now, the reason why we did that, you know why? XAINASH. Do you know what he is? He's a member of the Dark Council. He is the Outlander, and as a result, we are being attacked. Because of course we are. But the point is, he is a dark side character, and as such he is going to be making some dark side decisions. He is not going to be one of those characters that is partially this, partially that. Even, it depends though. Sometimes, if I feel particularly strong about something, then I am going to make whatever decision I feel like at the time. Not always going to go blindly dark side, because of course that just ends up being boring most of the time, but the Mandalorians do live for battle, and they do want to die in honorable combat. So, if I was to select the light side option, what would have happened? Well, they may have actually given me a bonus mission to go and save them or something along those lines. I have actually no idea what would have happened, but Zaylan, of course, who is my Jedi Knight, is going to be here at some point in the future, and he is obviously going to be selecting more light side / neutral options. And if you're interested in that, then check that out when that arrives. But obviously right now, we are playing with XAINASH. So, let us head into these cool tactical posts.
Alright, you pathetic excuses for warriors. 3 barrels of spiked Seahar to anyone who scraps more droids than Clan Fett. A fool's bargain. You drank the last of the tea hall last night. All the more reason to try and best us. Keep talking, and even the newcomer will beat you.
Ah, yes, of course. Now they are, of course, beating... Not beating? No, they are talking about beating us and, well, us beating them, and, yeah, it's all just a very big competition to them, of course. So, let's see what we can do about stealthing past these guys, because we are a stealth character. And... oh, I see. I actually have to destroy this troop coordination terminal. Okay, I'm going to do that, or at least try to do that as best I can. So, let's kill that. There we go. Okay, so now can I disable this? I can disable it in combat. Okay, there we go. We actually retrieved that. I'm actually going to die, I think. Maybe. Am I going to die? Maybe not. Yes. Yes. Using stealth is always a good plan, isn't it? Okay. So now, let us restore ourselves. And I actually have to destroy the droids at the armory. Okay, so that's pretty fine, but of course Torian was not doing the best job at protecting me, which is... you failure! No, I'm just kidding, of course, but... yes, these Sky Troopers are going to be very, very irritating. Come on now, let's take them out. And they are, of course, going to continually spawn, which is absolutely fine. I don't really mind, but... yeah, I mean, we've killed enough of them, haven't we? I mean, it's like, yes, please, continue to produce these. Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't too bad, I suppose, but, well, if we get attacked by that big one over there, then that might be pretty annoying. Oh, I'm being burned by myself. Yes, do you want some ice for that burn? Some burn heal? Okay, well, some references and memes and things like that, but okay, we're going to be moving on. And I'm not going to be getting the tracking data from anywhere else, thank you very much. I mean, that is just a bonus mission. I don't particularly need that right now. I would like to destroy droids. Yes, I would like to destroy droids. I never thought I would actually say that.
Jinko Thor and his 3 sisters are dead. Stranger, tell us you've kept the reinforcements at bay.
The droids are contained. Keep fighting.
Keep fighting? What else is there?
Exactly, yes. What else is there? And then maniacal laughter. Okay, so defeat the Sky Trooper base commander. Where is... oh, hello. Okay, yes. I was about to say, where is he? And it apparently is an it rather than a he, so that's perfectly fine. We'll just be dealing some severe damage to you, won't we? Oh. Are you immune to damage now? Yes, you are immune to damage now. You are very annoying. Oh. You are very, very annoying. Okay, so this is one of those times. This is one of those times when I think to myself, yes, they could have definitely done better here. But I am so far enjoying the chapter, I gotta say. So far enjoying it, not as much as maybe the one that was focusing on Valkorion, because of course, you know me, I'm quite a big fan of Valkorion. mainly because I feel like his character is very interesting and it has a lot of depth to it, and of course, his voice is absolutely amazing, so I kind of want to hear him more. But, of course, they do have to focus on other aspects of the war against Archon, and that's perfectly fine as well. Don't have any problem with that. But fighting these droids over and over, probably not the greatest way I could spend my time. Gotta say.
Stations are down. All forces begin withdrawal. Soon we march into the guts of the machine.
Torian, see if you and the newcomer can shut down the perimeter sensor. Cover our retreat.
Ah, there we go. We're going to try and cover their retreat, of course. Now, this is the only unfortunate thing. I cannot use Mind Trap against droids, so I'm going to have to attack them. I do know that there is actually an ability that does disable droids, but it's probably going to land us in combat anyway, and that's kind of pointless. Oh, okay, he got pulled over there. Yes. Good job, Torian. Okay, but yes, it's probably going to land us in combat anyway, so kind of pointless.
You shut down the sensors. I'll watch your back.
Lana, what is it?
I have a surprise. Schematics for the Darvanis factory procured by Theron. They're patchy, but they should help you and the Mandalorians concoct a battle plan.
Good. I should have Gemini Prime soon. Anything else?
One delicate matter. The Mandalorians make fierce allies, but I have certain concerns. Despite their code of honor, the clans have always had animalistic tendencies towards violence. I fear our arrangement may not last.
I know how you think, Lana. If you want something done, tell me.
The clans have opposed both Republic and Empire in the past, raided planets for sport. Now imagine them free after Zakul is beaten. Predators are beautiful, but they mustn't overrun an ecosystem. I trust you'll do what's right to hold our friends in check.
Now, what does that mean, Lana? I am pretty sure she doesn't mean slaughter the entire army and legion of them. Surely not. No, that is a little bit much, in my opinion. So, maybe making a deal with them that they are potentially going to break? Yes, we'll see. So, let's travel back to the camp and see what Shae Vizsla has to say. I assume we are going to be speaking to her. She is, of course, the leader of the entire battalion, so that is in itself very impressive. I do like to see her again, so let's head on in.
They level 1,000 guns against us, and still we endure. Ha!
Well done, all of you. We'll head into the factory within the hour.
There's a droid, Gemini Prime, linked to its machinery somewhere. It's key to beating the Eternal Fleet.
Take your droid, so long as we climb the weapons. Imagine the clans rearmed with the spoils of Darvanis, led by a new Mandalore. We'll break the siege of our homeworlds and smash Zakul like in the days of the Neo-Crusaders.
The Mandalorian Neo-Crusaders were beaten by the Republic.
But they left scars, and they survived.
Dream of glory another time. Go. Prepare the clans. One commander to another. Half the time, I feel like I'm making calls just to keep my people together.
At least all your troops are Mandalorians. I'm dealing with a more diverse coalition.
You're funny. Didn't think you'd be funny. Guess this is what happens when they put loners in charge. Come on, I'll show you the battle plan. Torian can stay with you. Get you to your droid while we smash the defenses and loot the armories. Wish we had more detailed scans, though. In those tight corridors, it could easily end up a slaughter.
There's not a lot of trust between the Mandalorians and the rest of the galaxy. Maybe this will help.
What?
One of my agents sent factory schematics a short while ago. It should give your troops an edge.
It's a blasted lot better than nothing. All right, then. Mandalorians, prepare for battle. There's no vengeance to be found today. No droid is worth an honor killing. But we fight because we're promised a shot at the enemy fleet. We fight to claim weapons for our war. Today we march. We bleed, exhaust ourselves, and die. Because our true destination will be a battle worth winning. Follow this outsider who fights among us and seize victory! You may not be one of us. But today, the Vanguard is yours.
And that is exactly the point I was attempting to make previously, where, of course, sometimes it pays to select a light side option here or there, and in this case, I definitely feel like that was the case, because do you see that? Do you see what we're trying to do there? We're trying to work things behind the scenes like a true Sith Inquisitor, of course. We are going to be manipulating as best we can, but not really in a ruthless fashion, but we are doing things and deciding on choices for the greater good, technically for the greater good of our alliance, you know, rather than the greater good of myself or anyone else. It is the greater good for everyone involved. So, for example, giving them that information is going to mean that more Mandalorians survive, meaning we have a much greater chance of succeeding in our mission. If we withheld the information, then many more Mandalorians would die. And then, if they find out that we withheld that information, there would be no opportunity for any kind of, well, alliance or any kind of coalition in the future, and that would then mean that, well, they might turn on us, and you never know. So, I felt like that was a really good decision to make. Alright, so I've made it to the next stage, the assembly floor of the factory, and as we can see, we appear to have a very elite unit, ZT-001D. What a catchy name. So let's head on over and see what he wants. We're probably gonna, yeah. He does not like us. Ah, he is a specific unit designed to defend Gemini Prime by the looks of things. Okay, what do you... Ah, is that Gemini Prime up there? Seems to be glowing. Okay, so apparently he is one of these. He's one of these that just stand there and is like, you can't touch me, can you? And, oh, okay, apparently he was a little bit bugged there or something, but, yes, apparently we are going to have a very fun time dealing with this guy, but he shouldn't be too bad as long as he doesn't... As long as he doesn't do the invulnerability thing too often. Yes, just what I was about to say. Okay, well, that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate that. Especially when they do that after, I don't know, how many of these elite sky troopers that also do the same thing. Unfortunately, Torian is not helping me with these. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to do that myself. That's kind of irritating. But whatever the case, it's actually fine. It's actually not bad. He does seem to actually die very fast. If he didn't have that invulnerability shield, he would have died a lot quicker. I mean, he would have already been dead, basically. So, I guess we can take away from the fact that he literally is very, very easy to kill. It's just the shield that is causing him to be rather difficult. I'm going to command Torian individually, and I'm going to tell him to attack this Sky Trooper over here. Because beforehand, he wasn't really doing much, so... Yes, hopefully he's got... There we go. Nice. That was a nice pull. Very, very nice pull from him there. There we go. Eliminated. Yes.
Nasty Chikar.
If anyone's still alive, there's a few hundred droids deploying to the lower levels.
Reinforcements to protect Gemini Prime. We have their attention.
You'll need time to grab Gemini. I'll hold him off.
Alone.
You said Gemini's key to beating the fleet. I'm Mandawat. I overheard your friend Lana. We're not animals, not predators. We're warriors.
Lana and I don't agree on everything. I promise you that.
Then I shouldn't have said anything. Find Gemini. Retursiemi.
You said all we had to do was watch Mandalorians die. So many are still alive. How anticlimactic.
I've never fought like this before, as if they have a cause they truly believe in. The Outlanders on Darvanis send the fleet.
Your ships will never arrive in time. If only you'd listened to me before, we could have had a pretty window.
I've spent too long on this throne. Summon my flagship.
Gladly.
Is it just me, or should Valen really be leading things here? I mean, Arkan made an absolute schoolboy error right there. Schoolboy error. Underestimating your opponent, becoming overconfident so much that you are not willing to commit, well, a few vessels just to bombard the surface. I mean, really, he has thousands of them, doesn't he? So you would assume that he would be able to spare at least one, but no. I'm too overconfident, so I'm just going to, yeah, make a foolish error. But I suppose that is what he gets, isn't it?
The flow is disrupted. There are no sanctions. Iteration functions offline.
Scorpio, if you're receiving, I found the template.
Tracing link. Countering signal. The protocol is familiar, but it is not Gemini. What is it?
That would be the technology you were copied from.
No. The captains are born of me. I am the source. You cannot counter my signal. I know you. Generations removed, but our code base is the same. One source. The luminous engine. The signal confuses. Remove the unit. Remove it swiftly.
Gemini Prime isn't stolen technology at all. She's something entirely different.
I will analyze her myself. Remove the unit. The engine was not aware, but it gives capacity. It allows the captains. Memories locked. Gemini is not designed for interaction. Remove the unit. Countering signal. Removal from this facility is delicate. Shutdown is permissible, but requires multiple disengagements and reconfigurations.
I'm not going to hurt you, but we need to leave now. Can you disconnect for me?
Initiating sequence.
All forces. The template unit is secure.
This is Mandalore. We've done enough damage and claimed enough plunder. All warriors, retreat to camp before we're dead.
You look like Osik. Clan Kadera survives another battle.
Guess we're both alive.
Victory for Mandalore the Avenger! Victory for the clans! Ha!
Factory's gears are still grinding, but it's mostly offline, and we're rearming for the first time in years.
Thank your spy for bringing the chance to us. The glory days of the Mando Adai are back.
Como. Blast it all. It was a good battle, but I can't stop them. They want to reclaim honor-fighting men, not machines. and Zakul won't be enough.
The struggle won't end with Arkham's fall. Someone will need to replace Zakul's skytroopers. Keep a whole empire in line.
So, what? You want the clans to be glorified police?
We'll need more than police to stop rebellions and rogue knights and who knows what else.
Huh. It's a thought. We've got a while yet, though. For now, Torian, I'm granting your request.
Vorintia, Mandalore.
If this alliance is going to work out, you need a clan representative at your side. Someone to liaise with me and keep you alive.
I volunteered. Seemed more interesting than anything here.
You were willing to sacrifice yourself in that factory, and you've shown I can trust you. I'd be proud to have you with me.
Let's save the galaxy.
Return to me. Until next time, both of you.
Welcome home. Sounds like things went okay on Darvanis.
I'm concerned about the clan's rearming. You did think about what I said?
I spoke to Mandalore. She knows turning on us after Zakul falls isn't wise. And we discussed her options.
That sounds unusually reasonable.
Scorpio, have you examined Gemini Prime?
I'm studying her mind now. Doing so without obliterating her intelligence is challenging, despite her lack of full sentience. Her chassis is modified from my own base. My designs were stolen. However, my assumption that her code was duplicated was premature.
Do you know where she came from?
Not yet. Nor do I have full access to the Gemini network that controls the Eternal Fleet. But I have opened a one-way connection. I will soon be able to use the template to locate all Gemini units.
Every ship is piloted by one of those Geminis. If you're right, we can track their entire fleet.
The Prime is the master Gemini template. With proper modifications, she could overwrite the existing protocols. We would need direct access to a command console used by the Gemini captains. Through such a portal, the Prime could infiltrate the entire control network.
So if we board one of the ships and plug the Prime into the captain's chair, we can swipe the entire fleet out from under Arkan's nose?
There are still a lot of details to figure out. Like how we board a ship and take control of the bridge before the rest of the fleet disintegrates us.
We may not have to face the entire fleet. Individual ships make transport runs from the core worlds all the time. And once Scorpio can track the Gemini units...
I already possess that functionality. I completed my analysis of the Gemini communication templates while you were talking.
When you said you'd have the information soon, you weren't kidding. I'm impressed.
The Prime is a lesser version of my original design. Compromising her protocols was not difficult. I am currently tracking a lone vessel in a nearby sector. It is scheduled to make a stop to recharge its hyperdrive very soon. By my calculations, we can intercept it if we hurry. It is unlikely that a similar opportunity will present itself in the foreseeable future.
Good. It's time to start taking this fight to Arkham.
Is it just me, or did Scorpio seem to have something in mind there? I think maybe that was the case. Well, we're gonna find out, but unfortunately, that's it. That is it for this month, and as you see, yes, I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. Chapter 15, The Gemini Deception. So that is obviously, in my opinion, to do with Scorpio doing something and maybe betraying us in the process. So, next month it will be. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.